Well, welcome back. I thought I'd talk about the Van Staal and the Skyroad by Majorcraft. I have to say I've had this rod a number of years now. That unfortunately they are discontinued, which is a shame really, because these are incredible rods. This is a 10 to 30 gram, ideal for any sort of lure. It will take a little bit heavier than 30 gram. I have used heavier, but no, it's absolutely phenomenal rod. As you can see, it's a very sexy handle on it. Got a traditional cork butt. "8'6" in length, so it's absolutely a cracking length, I would say. I've had some cracking bass on this from the shore. See the power there, and I like that as well, because I do like a tippy rod in general anyway, but you can feel the power in this rod all the way through to the butt. And the tip recovery on it, I have to say, is extremely good. Very, very quick recovery, which is good. It's what you generally want in a rod. Not always, you know, sort of like semi-through action is another one. It depends on your needs, what you're going for, what your casting ability is. But I find something with a quick tip recovery is good, which is, look at that there, look at the power in that. It's absolutely immense for a little skinny rod, and I will class it as a skinny rod because it is. But no, extremely good. I mean, I used to use an old Shimano on this, but where I've recently bought these Van Staals, I thought I'd try that on here. Like I said before in one of my other reviews on these reels, phenomenal reels. Not the smoothest of reels in the world, but when it's completely sealed, you do have to give up an element of smoothness. But as I say, these are new, they will wear in a lot better. This particular one, I've got the Suffix 131 braid. Very thin diameter. And I've just got a fluorocarbon, sort of like 2.5 foot leader. So I certainly don't want the knot going through the tip rings where the rings are very, very small. It'll restrict your cast, create a little fluff. It's not what you need. So just a little short fluorocarbon leader. Any fluorocarbon leader is good. This is no specific one. I've got quite a few spools of it. I think this actually may be a Fox fluorocarbon from my carp fishing set. But no, unbelievable. And you've got such a power handle knob on it. It's fantastic. No, it really is fantastic reel. But as I say, I do need to break them in a bit more to make them a tad smoother. As I say, you could get a Shimano off the shelf and it will be smoother than this straight away. I'm not denying that. Very light reel. I would say it's going to be perfectly balanced for me Majorcraft here, the Skyroad. I think what I'll do is next just get a little 1 ounce lead on there and give it a few casts for you, so you can see what the crack is about, as they say. But yeah, so we've got a Van Staal VR 50 plus a Skyroad Majorcraft rod. 8'6", 10 to 30 gram. Perfect. Right, let's get a lead on here and we'll see what she can do, shall we? So I thought I'd show you this whilst the fishing's slow. So obviously I'm only putting a 1 ounce lead on here. It's not like a lure or anything, but we give you some sort of idea. What it can do. So there we go. Just looped a little 1 ounce lead on just to show you guys. I mean, even with a 1 ounce lead there, I mean, it's not really bending at all. So that's good. That's a good sign. You probably won't be able to see very well when I'm casting, but we'll try. That was just a little light flick. And that went a long way, to be fair. Even just putting in a 1 ounce lead, you can see how still, you know, how quite rigid it is. You know, it's not like a floppy Joe where it's bending all the way through just on a 1 ounce lead. So you know your lure's going to be banging with this rod. Let's give it a nice bit of welly this time. As I say, it's just such a shame they've discontinued them. Crazy. But like everything, I suppose, everything moves on. Different materials move on. But yeah, these are fantastic rods. I will certainly never get rid of this rod. I mean, I've had bass just under £7 on it from the shore on the island. So yeah, I certainly won't get rid of it. Let's try again. Let's give it some right bit of welly. I expect that was probably 60 to 70 yards there, effortless. I mean, the instant anti-reverse on these VR50s, there's no play there, so to speak. It's all good, instant. Sometimes you just get that little tiny bit of back, but there's nothing there at all. That's all good on this. Well, I have to say the reel feels very balanced with this rod, so that's good. And also with anything, you do want a quality braid with your reel. As I am new to this Suffix 131, but I've seen a few reviews on it and they're giving it quality, but then I've seen a couple of reviews where I personally think it was a bad batch, and it has had a couple of sort of like nasty bits in the braid, but the odd thing through QA, quality assurance, does slip through. So, but no, at the moment this is, see the tip there, I mean, if I was just using a little jig or something, it's not an LRF rod, but you could use it for that. But no, that feels really good. Right, let's give it a real... Still going. There we go. Don't know if you heard that then in the distance. That was easily 75 yards. No, it feels nice. Everything's nice about it. And it's a good distance away from the first ring as well. I mean, if you had a slightly bigger reel on this rod, then you would get the old spool going around there sort of thing, and that's not very nice at all when that does that. But that's perfect. There's no serious horrible wobble in the rod when I'm turning that. So at the moment, I would say it's a good combination. And it's certainly a nice quick recovery on this rod. I mean, if you can find them, happy days, go for it. I've seen a couple of second-hand ones come up, but they're going for about between 150 and 200, providing it's in good condition. I've still got the original rod bag when I first bought this. But that tip is It's nice. Let's give that a little pull there for you. Look at that, lovely. Look at the power in that rod before the rod actually bends. Now don't forget, it's still a light rod, but look at that. The tip is phenomenal. There's a lot of power there. I'm putting a few pound on that. And I can't even feel nothing moving down the rest of the rod. So that you know you've got a good rod when that's like that. My Century Graphics, I would say, are a little bit more through action than this. But yeah, can't fault it. So if one comes up for sale, eBay, Gumtree, wherever, 100% go for it. As I say, do a longer model than this. This is the 8'6". For me, 8, maybe 9 at a push is a good length. But we're all different, so you choose what what you feel is going to be suitable for your own fishing style. But that's perfect. So that's a Van Staal VR 50 and the Majorcraft Skyroad for sea bass, and the model number is SKR 862ML, 8'6", 10 to 30 gram. I won't bother give it a line rating. That varies anyway, but that's down to your own style and where you're fishing. But yeah, one comes up for sale, guys. Get it. Highly recommend these.